Van life is over. So what is happening next? So in this video, we will be answering all of the burning questions that you sent us on Instagram and YouTube. Do you plan on having kids?
When you getting married?
Why does Amy wear wigs?
Do you guys get the chance to make whoopee on Custard the bus? Not in it, on it.
We will also be telling you our travel plans for the year. We have a sick challenge this summer. Cannot wait to tell you about it.
What's the challenge?
Foot rally.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going as well. I just forgot. And stick around to the end because we've got something very exciting that you guys can get involved in.
Coming to you live from Japan. We've made it to Japan, spoiler alert.
Yeah!
And we're extremely jet lagged.
Oh.
We've been trying to film this video for about a week, so bear with us. But before we start, we need to tell you what happened with Custard the bus. So she's safe. I think she's safe anyway. She's in a big tent.
Yeah.
In a field.
Yeah. So as you know, we hit our 90-day Schengen zone. Cheers very much, Brexit. That's great. Lovely. Wicked. Love it.
So for those who are wondering, we genuinely got the Schengen zone wrong. We were planning on staying there for 6 months.
We just got to Lofoten, which is the place we wanted to be, and we're like, oh, we had a chat with our mate Alex from Mispronounced Adventures, and he was like, no guys, you only get 90 days, and we were like, oh, so that wasn't that great.
We will be back. She's taken a bit of a beating in the winter, to be honest, so there's a lot of repairs, but we're trying to talk Gary into coming with us to help us with a few repairs. So Gary, if you're watching this, mate, book your flights.
Grab your tool bag.
So we've got a bit of a gap to fill before we go back to Custard, and we've wanted to come to Japan for so long. The last time we were here was like 8 years ago, so we've got an amazing series planned. We've got all kinds of weird vehicles we're going to be traveling around in. It's going to be so good.
So if you're new to our channel, welcome. Lovely to have you. Konnichiwa. So these are a few stats on both of us.
First question, how did you two lovebirds meet? We actually met...
How long have you got?
Almost 15 years ago.
Craig was going to leave for an around the world trip, so we had like a little leave-in do, which I ended up being invited to with a mutual friend. So we got chatting in a nightclub, had some toast at midnight, which was really nice. I was actually going through chemotherapy treatment for cancer at the time, so very much bald, but never showed anybody that I had wigs. That's where my first love of wigs came from. He left on the trip, we still chatted via email and Skype and everything for like 8 months. And then when I got the all clear, I finally went out to meet him in Australia. That is kind of where our love for travel started. We
won't tell you the full story because it's too long, but we actually made a video on how King and It started and how we met, like the full story. So we'll link that below. Go and watch that if you haven't already. What is your biggest pet peeve about the other person? I'll go first.
Oh.
Amy always talks with her mouth full. It drives me insane. And she doesn't even just do it. You know when like sometimes you speak with your mouth full, you kind of move the food to the side.
I try my best to do it.
Amy keeps it in the middle and talks through the food. Brutal.
Have I ever spat like a little bit in your eye before?
Probably. Yeah. Multiple times.
I hope so. Craig is very much...
Perfect. Moving on.
Independent. Basically, what I'm trying to say is he don't listen to no one. Like if you're the police, if you're a judge, if he has to go to court, nobody.
Man does his thing.
So if we're working together and I'm like, Craig, can you just so-and-so? We'd be like, well, what are you doing?
I'm like, I'm busy.
I'm like, no, can you just take this bit on for me, please? And there's always a row, so that probably.
Also, Amy leaves drawers.
Hang on, it was only one.
Amy leaves drawers open. Like she'll open a drawer, get what she needs, and leaves the drawer open. How mental is that? Explain that. Love you, little bitch.
No. Hang on, I gotta think of another one now.
Moving on. You're done. You said that. You said that was perfect. Opinions on Marmite.
1, 2, 3.
Love it. Love that you do a bucket list item on the anniversary of being cancer free. What will be next this time?
So I'm actually going to be 15 years cancer free. That's crazy.
That's mad.
This year, October the 10th. And I believe we're going to be shipping Custard the bus over to Canada. So we're not sure what part we'll be in at that point, but if you live in Canada and you've got like an amazing experience or something that you've done before, an activity that you think that would be wicked to celebrate, leave it in the comments below.
What's your favourite thing about each other?
Nothing. I ate him. I don't even know why I'm here.
My favourite thing about Amy is her sense of humour and how kind and caring she is to her family and friends, and to me.
Yeah, that's nice. Right, let's have a think about this now.
What do you mean?
But my favourite thing, there's lots of things, but my favourite thing, like I want to say how lovely and caring and funny and all of that is, but I think the one thing that I fell in love with Craig for in the beginning was because he was so intelligent. Very good writer. He used to write me poems and stuff.
What do you mean used to?
I haven't had a poem in a while.
I'll write you one tonight.
Yeah, you will. But I feel like over the years, because he's hung around with me for so long, a couple of those brain cells have died. So he's not that smart anymore. I feel like it's my fault. Still like you though.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, good. What did you do before YouTube?
I was a dog groomer. Obviously, had to work with dogs, love dogs, they're my favourite animal in the whole world.
The last actual job I had, I worked in a bank, but on the side I was like filming weddings and music videos.
And he was a stripper.
And I was a stripper.
I'm a little bit country. I need answers about Craig's sheep poo snacking. Don't do it, Craig.
Protein, mate.
How is Chapati Bandita Mayonnaise doing? Any upcoming trip plans with her?
Don't know who Chapati Bandita Mayonnaise is?
Where have you been, guys?
You may recognise her from our India series if you've seen that. She is a three-wheeled rickshaw that we bought in India, drove the length of India, shipped home to the UK, and then Amy crashed it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So it's
Sorry about that.
Currently in my brother's garden. I was going to say my boyfriend's garden. It needs to be fixed properly because it's a bit twisted.
Would you like to see a trip in that? Because we kind of feel like it's been done and we did a big trip in India, but
yeah.
If that's something you'd love to see, I would love to do it. I'm not going to lie, I do still have a bit of PTSD about crashing it. Every time we go around a left-hand bend, I'm like, oh, doesn't matter what car we're in, we could be in the bus, and I'm just like, please no. I actually really want to make her into a wedding car as well, but Craig's not keen on that. Otherwise she's just going to sit in his boyfriend's garden for the rest of her life.
Next question. How on earth do you come up with the characters and scripts for your ad reads? And be honest, how many takes?
We love doing that advert, honestly, and I love getting the feedback from it. I just feel like it bonds us both. You all thought he was going to see my sausage, didn't ya? As like an audience and a creator, we get so much good feedback and it just makes my whole day.
Amy writes a lot of them, like you write like 90% of them.
But yeah, if you've got a favourite advert, I would love to know. Leave a comment down below and then maybe we can do like a spin-off of that or something. Yeah. Talking of adverts, here's one we shot earlier. How far would you go to keep healthy? Would you climb Mount Everest? Eat 56 bananas a day?
Hello?
Or maybe a leech facial? What if I told you you didn't need to do any of those things? You just need this. AG1 by Athletic Greens isn't just a drink. It's energy and vitamins in a bottle. It contains everything you need to keep your body healthy, boosting energy, helping recovery and digestion, and supporting your immune system. So let's swap leech facials for one daily convenient serving of AG1.
I just love how much energy it gives me. I'm not being funny, go to the link in our description or go to athleticgreens.com/kingingit for 5 free individual travel packs and a year's supply of vitamin D with your first purchase.
Interlude.
So 2023 looks like this for Kinging It. So we're in Japan for 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
We go back home at the end of April. My cousin's getting married.
New dress time.
And then Amy's gonna take her mum on holiday for a week somewhere. Then we're gonna go back to Norway to rescue Custard.
Rescue mission.
I think we're gonna spend 3 or 4 weeks driving down the coast of Norway and then all the way back to Gary's garage.
Yes.
To get the renovations done.
Where she will stay for the foreseeable.
Yeah, so all the rust is gonna be cut out and she's gonna be sorted out.
Yeah, she needs a complete overhaul. I know you guys have left a lot of comments on what we can do now to actually get her Canada winter ready, which is like another level, and we didn't even, get to this level in Norway. So any recommendations, any tips, please help us out.
So then whilst Custard is with Gary, we're going to be going to Bali for a month. Yes. We've got a bunch of friends who are going to meet us there. We're going to sort of take it easy. We might shoot a video or two there just to give you a little update. And then after Bali, is our massive challenge for the year. So we're going to be taking part in the Put-Foot Rally, which is going to start in Cape Town, South Africa, Namibia, and then across 5 countries in Africa. It was supposed to end in Mozambique, but it's now ending somewhere else. So it's 17 days, and the idea of the rally is that we take shoes to school children who can't afford shoes. So it's like a really heartwarming charity event as well. And like we've seen a few clips on YouTube when people are driving through the back ends of nowhere, and there's like giraffes and zebra, and it just looks unbelievable.
I mean, Africa, like as a country anyway, oh my nan.
A country. Continent, babe.
But to be able to do it, like to drive through it, see it, smell it, feel it, like it's gonna be so good. Like, you know, we love to do a good rally. We're gonna meet a bunch of people like en route. It's gonna be so good.
So we do actually need to try and find a vehicle and register it in South Africa. So if you are from South Africa, we really need your help, because we might have to put that vehicle in your name. To then drive it across the continent.
That's all right with you. We're not gonna settle for anything less than a pink limousine. So if you've also got one of them, we could borrow. Ace.
And then after the Put-Foot, we're going to come back, finish the last sort of tune-ups on Custard. Then we're going to ship Custard to Nova Scotia in Canada from Liverpool, is it?
I think so.
So we're going to spend like 6 months to a year in like Canada, America, and Mexico, and we're buzzing for it.
I'm excited about life and everything, but I've started watching Yellowstone, okay? So I've got cowboy boots now. Kevin Costner, I've got his t-shirt coming. I just cannot wait.
You haven't bought Kevin Costner.
I might have. But like Yellowstone National Park, cowboys, like I would love to meet a real life cowboy. If you know one, let me know.
You're not me and my missus, sorry. You're a cowboy, you stay back.
If you've got any ideas or any recommendations on where to go in America as well as Canada, or any friends we can meet, like any other YouTubers you want to see us partner up with, that would be great as well.
How often are your sheets washed? Let's hear the honest truth.
So 1, 2, 3,
every month.
You can get at least 4 weeks out of it, if not more. Like there's no point. If there's germs, there's good for the immune system. You just keep them going. It's absolutely fine.
Do you plan on having kids? The answer is no. Plan on having fur babies at some point.
Yeah.
But we just travel too much to have dogs. It wouldn't be fair. We think about the dogs that we rescued every day, pretty much. But
this morning I nearly had a meltdown, didn't I? Like 4 o'clock in the morning, I was just like, I really miss Milo. Craig's like, don't do this right now. Like, don't, because we'll all cry because we're so emotionally jet lagged.
But yeah, with kids, we've never had the urge to be like, yeah, we want kids. I mean, unless that urge just randomly comes, then I don't think we want, is it? I
don't think I was born to be a mother. It makes me laugh, like imagining myself with a child, it would be so wrong.
You would be a great mum though.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'm so forgetful.
You would probably leave the child.
100%, in the supermarket, like on the plane. I wouldn't have it for long, put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never had that motherly urge. I love Craig's nieces. They're the best thing ever, like watching them grow up, grow into their own personalities and stuff. Like we love kids. I just don't feel like they're for us.
Why do you wear wigs? This is a nice one.
Oh, this is Alison. Welcome to the team. You may or may not know this story, but back in February 2008, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a lump in my neck here, and it was Hodgkin's lymphoma. World flipped upside down completely. Had to have 8 months worth of chemotherapy, lost all my hair, weird side effects going on like peeing red. I lost all my toenails. So I think I just fell in love with them around then. A lady from the NHS would come into the hospital and be like, you're eligible for a free wig. And at the time I was so insecure about my bald head because I was 17, just turning 18, like all my friends were going out clubbing, all looking for the boys and stuff, you know. And
you were what?
But no, it was terrifying to have a bald head and be at that age. So whenever they mentioned about having a wig, I was like, yes. So my first wigs were Renee and Victoria. They were both a synthetic bob, and I loved them dearly. But looking back now, they're a little bit shiny. Probably a bit like Alison, because Alison's not a real hair wig. But yeah, if you need any advice on wigs, just give me a DM, give me a shout on Instagram, and I'll let you know where I get them all from. And also, if you're going through cancer treatment at the minute, or you've got a loved one that is, sending you loads of love and strength, you've got this. So to answer the question, sorry, I wear wigs because I fell in love with them back then, and although I have my own hair now, which is crazy and mad, I just love to like mix it up. It's so much easier on the road to just bung a wig on as well, like instead of doing my hair. So laziness is the answer.
Who parps more? Yeah.
What camera and editing equipment do you use?
Our main vlogging camera is the Sony a7S III. We shoot most of our photos on the Sony a7R III. We also have a GoPro 11, DJI Mavic 3.
And we edit on Final Cut Pro X on MacBooks. But bearing in mind now, you don't need that if you're going to start a YouTube. The iPhone these days, just good enough, like. What
is the camera that has the large screen that you look down on? Can we see pics from it? So that is a Cower 6 medium format film camera, and here's some snaps from our Norway trip. Are you religious? The short answer is no, but the long answer is I don't believe in a specific God, but I do believe that there's something out there that's unexplained to humans. Like, I feel like I'm quite a spiritual person, and like I feel like we're all connected in some weird way. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm religious. What about you?
Same, yeah. But there is certain aspects of religion that I love, like, you know, the hope it gives people, and when people pray, they really find comfort in it, especially if they've lost somebody. But I really like that part about it, and you know, you always hope that if you have lost somebody, that they've gone somewhere lovely and that they're with everybody else. And is that a religious thing? I don't know. The question on everybody's minds: are you getting married? I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of on my mind as well.
Thing is, it's been 15 years, and my trial period is usually about 20.
What?
20 years. So she's still on trial. She's doing alright. She's doing pretty good.
I feel like, I'm just gonna be really honest, I feel like I'm actually ready now. We haven't really had this conversation. I love the whole, not even just like a marriage ceremony, because what we would do would be so different, I know it would. But just to take his name and be part of that, we're obviously a team already, but just that extra step of, this is my husband. I don't have to say, this is my boyfriend.
Oh, it sounds so weird.
Like, I'm 33 and I don't want to call you my boyfriend for forever. I feel like getting married is just that next level in love and in like growing up, adult life.
No pressure.
It would be fancy dress, 100%, 100%. What's your answer, Craig? I'll just sit by you and I'll just have a listen.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice one day. We're just so busy. Like, when would we fit it in?
I think maybe we could probably find a gap, maybe carve it out of the schedule, just maybe, you know, if that's what you fancy.
Oh, I'm busy that day. So why do I call Amy Trevor? So it all started when...
Great story.
Hang on, someone's ringing. Hello? What were we saying? Do you ever feel like you have to fake things how you feel when filming? There are times where you definitely don't want to be on camera, and if we can help it, we always try to not be on camera when we feel like that. Without going into too much, at the end of last year we took like quite a bit of a break because I was just going through a lot. I'm not fully ready to sort of talk about it yet, but I will talk about it at some point. But yeah, it's difficult, you know, because like the whole idea of our videos is like, it's like escapism, isn't it? Like, we want to make people laugh, we want to inspire you guys to go and travel. We never want to come across as being fake and like pretending we're happy, or so we always just try and be as genuine as we can, and if we're not feeling it, then we try not to be on camera. Like, somebody asked before, like, do you ever film your arguments? And it just would never happen, like, unless someone was like, if someone pressed record and we didn't know, then it would. But if you press record, you would act completely differently on camera, and also you just don't want to be filming that.
I'm gonna try that next time we have a fight. I'm just gonna be like, deep.
Yeah, you might be
easing
yourself.
Go on then. Say what you gotta say.
Do you guys get the chance to make whoopee on Custard the bus? Is getting frisky in a van loud? If you are parked next to people, can they hear you? never really asked them, to be honest. So
You'll have to ask them, I suppose.
I wouldn't know.
There were so many, like, sex questions.
You bunch of perverts.
It was really strange, actually, because that would never be anything that I'd ask somebody. It's quite private.
We're actually both virgins.
We are in a relationship. We've been in one for 15 years. So yes, we do have sex. Hiya mum, hiya dad. But yeah, never ask the neighbours whether or not we've been too loud.
What's your favourite thing to come from your YouTube career?
My favourite thing? Just all of it, I think. There's obviously ups and downs to having a YouTube career. That's what we've got. But yeah, just being able to do what we want to do all the time. You know, we can sit there in January and go, okay, so what do you want to do this year? And that is just the best feeling of freedom that anybody could have, you know?
Yeah.
Get to travel the world, get to do activities, get to do things all the time. I often say, like, if I died tomorrow, I would be happy because I've done a lot of stuff. Like, we've done it together. I think that's another thing. Doing it together is the best. Like, I'm honestly so surprised that neither one of us has gotten bored of each other just yet, you know?
I think that's a beautiful thing.
I think it's coming.
The other day.
What?
I think for me, it's like the friends we've met on the road as well. Like, just through YouTube and through social media, like, we've literally made best friends for life just because of it. And I don't think we would have ever met those people if we weren't putting out the videos that we were putting out, because, you know, we put ourselves out there online and people get to know us and our personalities, and then you just know you're going to click with someone. So like, we've met some great people, and like Amy said, just the freedom to just do what we want, and like, if we don't feel like filming 1 week, we won't film. And
we're very lucky. It's
been a roller coaster though. It really has. It's been highs and real lows. So but right now it just feels like we're riding a high, which is great. Apple juice or orange juice?
Neither. Am I IBS?
Orange juice. What's your biggest goal for your channel to take it to the next level? I think for me is just filming more challenges and more meaningful content. Like the wheelie bin challenge was one of the most meaningful things we've ever done.
It was the best.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, guys, you've been living under a rock and you need to go and watch this video right now.
We've done so much sort of selfish traveling, seeing the world for us, and I know we kind of inspire you guys to go and do that kind of stuff. But yeah, just things that where we can give back and help other people is just super rewarding.
Do you ever argue, get annoyed at each other? You both seem so chill. Get off me.
Just spat everywhere. We do, of course we do. We're humans. You know what I mean? You have disagreements, we work together, which makes things even more difficult. But we're on a roll at the moment. We haven't argued for a while. But the last proper argument we had, we were in the bus, right next to each other, going, no, you shut up. No, you shut up.
As Craig said, we're two different people. We've got different ideas, and then, you know, if I want to do something my way, Craig wants to do it his way. Like, where do you find the middle ground? So yeah, we asked Cara and Nate about this the other day, didn't we? And they said whoever's more passionate about that one thing, go with them.
And that actually worked really well.
It seemed to have worked.
So thanks for that, guys. Appreciate you. We love your podcast series. Thanks, guys. Any plans to record more in the future? And does your merch ship to Oz? We really love doing the podcast. We feel like it's a great time to sit down and like have a proper conversation and surprise each other with facts and things like that. But in our schedule, we just haven't had the time for it, just because we've been here, there and everywhere and really busy. And also the last time we did it, we were filming it as well as recording it. So we were having to edit that ourselves, and it was just taking up so much time. It was literally taking up 2 days of our week just to do the podcast. So it will come back, but probably just in audio form at some point. Yeah, we should do that soon. We do have such a laugh doing it, and I'm sure you can tell if you've watched them. Just go and listen to season 4 if you haven't. That's like my favourite season so far. And yes, we do ship to Australia. Yeah, worldwide shipping, guys. Yeah, just a big shout out to everyone who's been buying the merch. This is one of our garments, which is available on the shop. But yeah, I appreciate the support, loving all the pictures you guys are tagging us in and sending us as well. It's pretty unbelievable, isn't it? Like when someone from New Zealand is just wearing your t-shirt, just like, oh my God. It's pretty cool, because that's where we started our t-shirts as well. How do you stay positive whilst travelling despite having anxiety? It's hard. It is hard.
it comes in waves, big time. Like just before this trip to Japan, everyone would be like, how's flying going? I'm like, I'm over it. I don't know what I've done. We did some therapy and I've kind of worked on it myself, you know, doing a lot of flights, and somehow I've managed to get over it. However, when we came to Japan, I had a meltdown. So I don't know where I stand with it at the moment, but every time it happens, I do feel like I'm taking 2 steps back, and it's really difficult to just be like, when's this gonna end? When will this be over, kind of thing. But I was just saying, like, it won't ever stop me. I'm gonna go and do it anyway. So you just have to be really strong in yourself and just tell yourself, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, the thing I do is sort of talk my way through the whole day. It's always gonna end up with a double bed at the end, and that's what I focus on. So yeah, just try and relax, try and talk yourself through exactly what's going on, try and keep yourself occupied with RuPaul's Drag Race or whatever your favourite film or series is. That always helps. Because if your focus is on a film, it's not on anxiety. It can't come creeping in a little bit. But yeah, you've just gotta go for it, and chances are 9 times out of 10 your anxiety will not be as bad as you think it's gonna be.
Do you guys ever feel burned out? You upload once a week, which is quite something. I can imagine it's not always easy.
Yeah.
Yes. I've had major burnout multiple times over the last few years. And I'm definitely learning to deal with that better and sort of take care of my mental health over trying to push a video out every week. And yeah, we're just trying to manage our time better so that we're not burnt out. And if we ever, like I said before, if we ever feel like we don't want to film, we try not to force that as well, because that is a recipe for disaster.
How's your relationship been post couples therapy?
Don't mess about now, tell them the truth. Tell them the truth.
Well, we did another couples therapy just a few months back. I feel like we were kind of getting a bit disconnected. We needed a bit of a regroup, and it's just so great how they can put it into such simple terms, and they can just make you see exactly what's happening and give you like homework to sort of work on it. It's great, it really is. I say all the time, I feel like when you're born you should be appointed a therapist and have one throughout your whole life, because they're so necessary. I don't like the stigma around it at all. We've got no shame in talking about couples therapy and that we go and have help with our relationship, because like we said, we work with each other and we're with each other 24/7, but it's just as well, I love him to pieces. Never get bored of him.
Thanks, babes.
But he can be a knobhead sometimes, so you do need someone to intervene and help with that.
She's a knobhead as well. What they teach you is just how to communicate better.
Yeah.
Our first therapist was like, you two are like children in the playground.
Children.
That's literally how she described us.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of the time our arguments are surface level, we're just going back and forth, but there's always something underlying.
So it was business related as well. It's
Yeah.
never a relationship, is it?
No.
It's always business.
Yeah.
Which is really difficult, because we've been doing this for such a long time, but we've never got the balance right until maybe now. 100% put your mental health first, always.
Okay guys, the last thing that we want to mention, which is super exciting, is we are launching Kinging It YouTube memberships. So what does this mean? So basically you can sign up, there'll be extra behind the scenes updates, maybe some photo updates exclusive for members. So our videos are still going to come out every week, exactly the same as they are, but if you are a member, you'll get like extra emojis that you can use in the chat.
So we love our community, and like I think about you guys all the time. We get emails all the time and you introduce yourselves and your families, you send us pictures, and I'm like, I love this. So I feel like we need a community somewhere, and this is where it could be. Yeah. So if you want to join it and keep up to date with all things that are going on, maybe we'll record one of our therapy sessions.
Maybe not.
Press the join button down below and just come be part of the team. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's been a pleasure to spend some time with you. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us.
And we'll see you in Japan. 1, 2, 3, bye!